Hi. It took a little bit of time to write it down, the information. So I wrote everything in exact order. So hopefully I covered everything. But still, if you have any questions, you can ask me. So I wrote down each and every bit that's gonna help for developing this app. Now, just quickly, I'm not gonna go through this. I hope you have seen this video, the previous video where I have explained the basic functionality. So this video I'm going to show you just quickly all the rules and formulas and stuff. So I have as you can see, add a new. When you click on add new, it should appear on the bottom. So like I showed you earlier, so like this way. So when you click on add new, it should appear another one. So the date, the only change is going to be the date will be appearing on the top instead of here. So it's going to be automatic, so which is fine. So I'm going to go dive in quickly, and then I'm going to explain one by one. Here, this is the overview, and these two buttons I'm sure you're familiar with, and also this button. Just to get familiar with some terms, I call it this as a block, so that's why I name it here as a block. So I call it this section as summary. So I'll be using these terms. So if I say a block, it's actually this part, and if I say summary, it's actually this part. So I name it here. So obviously you remember adding plus, and when you hit the plus one, it's going to appear one more row, something like that. So the basic rules: when you user hit a new, a block will appear. So what that means, when you click on this, similar block gonna appear for the day, and then the day should be a display on the top, and that each block belongs to one day. And so this one, what is saying, so if you click on like for example, if you click on add new, so it's going to be 1st of May, and then if you add another one 2nd of May. So we would like to have the transaction like this, 2nd and 1st, 2nd, like that for the entire month in one page. However, if you think that's going to be a problem, and then if you think that's going to affect the loading speed and so on and so forth, we can divide into 15 days, like from 1st to 15th on one page, and the rest of the things will be in the other page. That will be fine, but as long as we can keep everything in one page, it's actually going to give us a good visibility. In order to so having a scroll bar, if you think it's too much to load and it might crash on something like that, we can divide into 3 even. It's up to you how you think it's gonna be, how big is the database also and so forth. So this one, it's column B, C, D, E. So what this means is, I've marked in here in underline, which means when the user can edit this data, and each and every rules I put it below. So I will go through that. And here, so what that means here, when a user enter the data, and for instance, if a user add this data, and then when the user click this button, all the data should automatically save. I remember you said that having a save button somewhere. I'm kind of not comfortable with that, but if that's the last choice, if that's the last, in terms of function, if it's the last thing, then we can put it. But I prefer not to have like automatic saving. So like if I edit this, and then if I click on white background or somewhere, like I have seen this function, like when you click somewhere else, it just automatically saves to the database, something like that. The worst come to worst, if you think we still have to have a save button somewhere next to the block, well, that's if you can't make it, if that's the only option, that's fine. You know, that's I prefer not to have, but let's see. Okay, so this what is this one is saying, when you add this, when you click on adding a row, it should appear empty row with not verified. So by default it should appear not verified like this, so the user have to do it manually, edit this as verified. So that's what it's saying. Okay, AJL. Okay, so AJL. So A is actually, you know, when the user add another row, it should appear like 1 or 2, 3 like that. So it's gonna automatically create these numbers. J is actually net. So it's gonna be a formula, which I have provided in below in this information. So these numbers are going to work in automatically, so as well as this one. So these three things are going to calculate automatically. The other things are like this one is a drop down. Obviously this is the user going to enter this data. EIKM. Okay, so these are drop down menu. E, so these are like drop down menus that what they're saying. So I should be able to edit or add more on this data. Like if I wish to delete this or add a new one to this purchase shop column, should be able to do that from admin panel or somewhere like that. That's what they're saying. Now we are jumping into characteristics one by one. Hopefully I should be able to finish the video 30 minutes because I have a limit in 30 minutes. Now number it's here, this one. So this will be automatically generated when you add a row. I'm not going to go like everything, but these are like pretty basic. I would like to go for the formulas and stuff, but anyway, I'll just quickly go. This will automatically generate. What that means, you know, as explained, so these numbers going to automatically appear one by one, and the order number. So this is entered by user. Obviously it's a numeric number, so we need some sort of validation for that. So the user can't enter like a text for that. A customer name, you can enter a text and character, but not numbers. So the reason why I'm saying that text, we needed character, like having a dot like here, Mr. dot like that. So that's the reason having character. But if you can't have the text and character together only, text is fine. The other one is text, numbers and characters. So this one is it's an item. As you can see, the numbers are there, text are characters, and all of them is there. So as I said, a drop down menu. So the purchase shop is a drop down menu. I should be able to edit these if I want to, like that, but the chances of editing that I'm pretty low. Again, this field entered by the data numeric, like these things. Again, it's a drop down menu, administer, same thing. Net, so this will automatically generate and can't edit by anyone. So so even the admin cannot edit this, so it should be like automatic, which is the delivered, the net section. So net section is a calculation. Excel formula is up there. I wrote it in a simple form. So net is equal to sold price, the total of the sold price, and then minus purchased and delivery cost. So basically what this means, the net is saying how much your sale per the day minus by the total price fees, the purchase price and the delivery cost. So that's pretty much a basic calculation there. Here is a drop down menu, the payment mode drop down menu. The administrator should be able to edit and details drop down menu. So it's a payment mode, which is this one, drop down menu. Now cash received. So this is somewhere that you need to have some logic, that we need to have if logic. So I just wrote it, the formula here. There will be a slight there's some logic there. We have to work on that. So this will automatically generate and can't edit by anyone. So these are again it's going to be automatically it's automatically going to generate and then can't edit by anyone. So the formula is, so if the cache mode, so it says cache mode, so the payment mode, if the payment mode is cache, the cash received has to be solid price. It should be equal value to the sold price value. What that mean by, so if a user select this cash from here, this cash received, as you can see, is F6. It's this one, the sold price. So it's like a logic. So if user select cash, this value should be come from here, like that. So that's what it's saying. It's obviously logic, like if you say a cash received, so it should match this the sold price exactly. So that's what it's saying. And then a credit card, so if the payment mode select by credit card, it should be the number should turn 0. So it's by default, it's not going to reflect from this, it has to be count as 0. So that's the logic there. If you select credit card, the value has to be 0. And again, if you put account, then the cash has to be 0. The reason why we want to do that, because credit card and accounts are payment coming directly to me. So what I'm doing here, trying to get cash goes to the salesperson, which is the Janet. So therefore, that's the reason I want to have this entire system in place, like the software. So therefore, we need to have that function. I have mentioned on, as I explained to you before, this is the function. So when the user select this one, it's not going to reflect like this section. If you select cash, it's automatically going to take a value from this. But if a user select a credit card or account, the value will turn into 0. So I will explain to you below a little bit more. Again, if the payment mode select as cancelled, so if you select this cancel, which means we haven't received any payment, it's going to be again 0, because if we did not deliver the order, if the order is cancelled, it has to be 0, the value has to be 0. In that case, we can get that value from here, which is sold price will be 0, but maybe the user might enter a value, so that way the calculation will not come. So therefore, having a rule is very important here. So if a user select cancel, this actually going to be 0. And furthermore, if you select RMA, cash received, so if the user select RMA here, the value should come from the net, not from this one sold price, because the net actually, this is the way it's going to come. It should come from the net, it's not from the sold price, it should come from the net. So these are the rules on this one. And the formula will be, I have put it here, the formula. So if the payment mode select by the user RMA, so this value will come from here, like that. But I will explain to you that in bottom, so in detail, so we understand everything. Now the status here, not verified. Now there are some color combination, as you can see. When we use different options, it changes the color as well, which I will explain to you in the bottom. So not verified in red color and will not reflect in the summary. So as long as it's when the user entered the data, it stays like that. and then it's not going to reflect here. When the user turn that into verified, this number is going to reflect here and then going to affect entire summary. Otherwise it stays there, but it doesn't work in the Excel because you need some VB programming in there, which I haven't done it yet, but it's obviously when the user select verified, these numbers, all the data are going to reflect here as we discussed yesterday. So that's the logic there, having a summary thing. And the total sale, so this will automatically generate and can't edit by anyone. So the total sale is actually here, total sales here, though this field is the total sale is the total sold price here. This is the price that we'll be getting from here, so the value can be received from here. So that's why it's saying this will automatically generate and can't edit by anyone. Obviously you can't edit that field, you can't edit this field. Yeah, so that will be this. So that's the formula, is actually valuing, matching this value to this one. And moving on, the daily net income. So daily net income is another one, which is this one. Daily net income is this number. So this number will come from this. Again, it's matching formula. So whatever appear here, the total, it should reflect here. And the next one is opening balance. So the opening balance, it's again the last so the last closing balance of the previous day. So that will be the opening balance. For example, so as you can see, 1st of May, this is an example, the closing balance is 60, but when you go to the 2nd of May, so the opening balance is this, the closing balance. So this value we got it from here. So whatever the closing balance on the previous day is going to appear automatically here. So let's say if we, like, if I try to change this any number, let's say cash received, if I try to change this this number, for example, sold price, let's say 450. So as you can see, it's turned into 44, and then it turned into 44. It's going to reflect everything in order. So yeah, so that's pretty much it. Checking the timing, 17 minutes. So this is the daily transaction one is the most complex one, but then when you move into the next one, it's very simple. So again, opening balance, it's the one, the previous day closing balance. It's good, that number should appear from there. So and then this one, cash on hand. So cash on hand, obviously I'm actually switching the same same Excel sheet just to so I don't have to scroll back and forth. So it's the same sheet I have here, so it's nothing different. So the cash on hand, so this number, as you can see, this is a formula. Cash on hand, it's this number minus this one and this one. So I have wrote that. So cash on hand equals sum of the total of the cash received, total of the cash received, total of the cash received is this one, and a total of purchase price and the total of delivery cost. So I have put it there. So that's the formula. Money deposited, so this field is entered only by the admin, numeric numbers only. Once it's entered, it should reflect the closing balance. So what that means, as I said yesterday, so this section should be edited only by the admin, and when that, like if you add a number, like let's say 100, it should reflect the total number like that. Yeah, so and this number, once you enter the number, it should save on the database as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. and then the closing balance. So the closing balance, this will automatically generate and can't edit by anyone. Obviously this one I can edit, but this one can't edit. It's just like a reporting thing. Formula is closing balance equal opening balance plus cash on hand minus money deposit. So I'm not gonna show you that because it's okay. Closing balance is this balance. It's actually if you can see the formula, so L16 is this one, L16 is this one. So opening balance, so you calculate the opening balance and cash on hand, and then minus by how much deposited to the bank. So it's you know, if you look at it, when you receive this file, you can click and you surely understand that. So now as I said to you before about color changes, so and the rules, I put it here. So whatever, if you had the confusion here, I'm going to repeat it here in a more detail so you understand. Hopefully I should be able to finish. Wow, it's 21 minutes now. There must be color change and rule change in drop down menus, and depending on the value depending on the value the user choose. So what that means, like if you choose a different drop down in from different values from this drop down menu, things actually going to affect. Some rules going to apply. So as I said to you before, when you say cash, it's going to reflect this one with the sold price. If you say credit, it's credit card is going to be 0 here, like that. So I'm going to explain that very deep, very in details. So here's the payment mode again. So it's a payment mode. It's the first rule going to apply. They're like a first layer of the rules. So this is the payment mode here. So when the user select cash from the drop down menu, first thing it's going to turn into light green, the color, this section. It's actually good to have those colors visible in order to visualize, so we know exactly where to look at quickly. So that's the main reason having colors, colors combination. And when you select so when the user select from drop down menu cash, all editable columns will allow to edit. Cash received equals sold price will be enabled. So which means, so it's a cash received, so all editable columns means all editable columns, these are all editable columns, will be enabled. And so the cash received is equal, this will be enabled. So it's like a rule. So when someone click on the cash, all has to be editable, and then this thing should be equal to this one. So that's what that one's saying. When someone select on credit cards, it turn into light orange color, like a color, and then the editable columns will be allowed to edit. Cash received turn into 0, as I said to you before. So if a user select credit card, this number, so all the this can be editable, but this number turn into 0. Again, when you select account, it's going to be editable, and then cash received turn into 0. Now here, when you select cancelled, it's going to turn into bit dark orange, and then sold price will be locked, not editable, and value turn into 0. Okay, what I will explain to you that. So when you select cancelled here, when sold price, obviously when the item is cancelled, we cannot add any price here. So the sold price has to be locked. So user can't enter any data. So when they select cancelled, so this cannot be edited. So if the user want to edit, he has to select something else. But as soon as he pick cancelled, this will be locked, and all other things obviously can edit, but this thing will be locked. At the same time, this number will turn into 0, just to avoid mistakes. So having that rule is gonna really help So when they select cancel, this number, this value cannot edit, and that's turned into 0, and as well as this will be 0 as well. All right. At the same time, other editable columns will allow to edit, which is exactly the same thing. Cash received equal sold price will be enabled. Like if you don't want to keep it as 0, you can equal this to, which means when that enable, that 0 price will be turned here, 0 price. Just as actually to keep everything in logical way. Like if you cancel, if a user accidentally add let's say a value here, it doesn't make any sense. The entire reporting will be a mess, so we have to go through one by one again. It's actually the whole point we are having this kind of a system built. It's to save time and so on and so forth. So having those little rules, it's going to help big time. And as I explained yesterday to you, these things are gonna change the rules and formulas. So here, another one, it's a RMA. So when the user select RMA, this actually obviously turn into a dark red color. All editable columns will be allowed to edit. Cash received equal net value, as I said before. So when the user select the RMA, everything can edit, everything can be edited. However, this cash received is going to come from here. The value will come from here, as I explained to you before. That will be the same thing, but in more details. Now I'm going to go the layer 2 of another thing. So which is layer 2 means like here, like if you want to, it's actually it's not a rule, it's actually changing the color. Like changing the color of when someone select like something else. See, as you can see, if color is not colored, it's only when you select customers it turn into purple color. So this is what I'm gonna do. That it's like a rule. So here I think I have to do a little bit of a second video quickly. So when from delivered and pick up by, which is I've done this one now. So delivered and pick up by, which is this section. So this is drop down menu. This is what I'm talking now. So when the user select Janet and there's no color or white, it has to be white, and there is no rules. There will be no rules like this except a customer. So so when the user use the customer, when the user use the customer as the delivered and pick up by, delivery cost will turn into 0 and should be locked and not editable. So what that means, when the user select customer, this delivery cost will be locked and turn into 0. So the user cannot edit any value here. So that's one rule here. So that's the rule there. And then when that turn, when you select SpeedX instead of like this, instead of SpeedX, so there will be another rule. When you select SpeedX, there's no color, or it's going to be a white or no color. But the rules will be, these are the 3 rules. A delivery cost will turn into 0 automatically and should be locked. Couldn't be editable, cannot be edited. So delivery cost as the previous one. So customer, when you select the customer, it's turning into 0. But if you select a SpeedX, so what will happen, it won't change the color, but this amount will change into fixed price 18. This value will be 18, and the user cannot edit that. So that's one thing. And then payment will automatically select as account. Like this function, it's not really important because it's just to make things easier. What that means, when you select a SpeedX, by default it should convert this into like this cell has to be locked, and it has to convert into 18 value, 18 dirham value, and select by automatically account. But if you can't do that, that's fine, leave it. But this is a rule is important. But if you can have, when you select a speedex, and when this will automatically select as account, if you can have that, that's good. If not, we can just leave that. Like before